Nee, was ist das? Ein Backup-Match?
They've already played each other, so we're deciding we need to get some removal, some characters. I'm interested to see if we're going to be seeing Diablos all the way down again.
It looks like it's Diablo versus Diablo here. The two different kinds of discard decks. Petrus might be on the Alessandro from Dortmund winner, right? The discard, yes. I believe there is a discard pack played in through there. We'll see.
Yeah, Alessandro actually, strangely. So I made like a video and I said, it's a discard deck. And then I looked. I've seen Diablo with Prince John so much that I imagined him there. But he wasn't. Because like you said, you're like, you don't really, if you're just drawing cards. Now there are some removals.
Oh, das bedeutet, wir können jetzt doch noch mal sehen, wie
wrong lever.
Emerald Amethyst zum 4. Mal auf den Sack bekommt. Von 4.
So we'll see if he's going the. Well, who knows if Petrus is on that discard or not? And by now I think
ich glaube, es wird so sein.
But you never really know 100%. That's one of my favorite things. Is like you can get into game 3 and you still don't know your opponent's deck list. It's closed deck list.
Fängt Petrus an?
See the cards they play. But here we go. It is now time to see which player will advance through with those coveted 3 points in this round form.
And there are even Emerald Steel decks to that point that aren't playing the package. Right? There's the Mickey Mouse shifty stuff. Shout out real quick to these fabled.
Oh, war das gerade dieser RC?
Sleeves of these Disney Lorcana. Oh, it just looks nice.
Was zur Hölle spielt der Dude da?
One of my favorite sleeves is the sleeves that have the back of Disney Lorcana cards on the back of the sleeve. It's very, very sleeveception. But there we go. Obedient Raven, which is kind of investing in yourself because chances are this Raven will leave at some point. If he doesn't, you can shift him. And if he stays,
ich verstehe gar nicht, was er für Handkarten hat. Wer ist das denn jetzt? Ich kenne diese Karte nicht. Die Karte kenne ich. Was ist das denn für eine Stahlkarte? Für 4? Ach, es ist der Headless Horseman. Irre. Hat er etwa auch den 7-Drop mit Shift? Oh ja, bestimmt ja, ne? Weil er total geil ist mit Prince John. Oh, what a combo.
But just having information and getting a song, especially against a steel deck, can be worth it. And as often, what they do, he does it.
And now we Ursula Deceiver right back and say, we want to take your Let the Storm Rage on. Get rid of that removal. Ooh, Timothy not with the strongest start here. I mean, we do.
Nee, hat er irgendwie echt nicht. Fire the Cannon ist doch super kacke. Was macht er denn damit?
The Relentless Spirit, Headless Horseman. We're drawn to another Diablo Stone Servant, but what we're mainly looking for is the cards that allow us to draw. If we're Timothy, we're in a little bit of a pickle here, especially going up against a deck like Petrus's, which the Amethyst color known to draw. We know that we have. I mean, we might
it is known.
The friends on the other side, but many options that Petrus can draw into that will allow him to keep drawing.
Yeah, a lot of times in these matchups, we think about what's similar and what's different. And like you mentioned, Amethyst can draw, and Steel has to work way harder on that. We talk about tempo and making sure you use all the ink available to you each turn. In another scenario, I would imagine he'd want to fire that cannon because he has the ability to. But in this case, he's like, I really don't want you to draw a card. But he's going to do it anyway because it's time to pull the lever, and he can draw 2 cards and then cash in on that later with the wrong lever. So things are coming up pretty good in Petrus, and I think the Amethyst might give him a little bit of an edge in this particular match.
It will if Timothy isn't able to.
Timothy hat irgendwie super den Jank-Bild. Sehen wir jetzt gleich, wie Emerald Amethyst actually gewinnt. Ich wäre ja blown away. Jetzt macht er sich fett 4 Lore. 4.
We'll go up to 5 because that Diablo again Stone Servant allows you to quest for 2, and now that is a 3/3 because there is a villain in play. But Timothy just passes, doesn't even play anything down. A lot of the removal in his hand, he's probably waiting for Petrus to play something like the Peter Pan Shadowfinder. Oh, Merlin Crab is going to give +3 Challenger. Hello again. Oh, we're giving it to Diablo. We challenge in, and after that crackback,
Timothy sofort total abgekrappt.
Diablo's Fly My Pet ability. Petrus is off to an explosive start here as to boot, we get to take a look at Timothy's hand and see exactly how bricked up he is. 2 Fire the Cannons and a Headless Horseman with nowhere to go and nothing to do.
Yeah, and this is where ink ability, it becomes so frustrating, right? Because, I mean, you're supposed to ink, well, ideally, you're inking a card, playing a card, sometimes 2 cards. But in this case, he is just like, this isn't good. And I love that Berlin Crab because it turned the 0-1, they're like, ignore it, nothing, don't worry about it.
Ja, Headless Horseman ist jetzt nicht so geil.
Berlin Crab gives that 3 challenger, and I love, it's the unexpected. Ready or not is his ability, and it just, I don't think he was ready for that one.
He was not. I guess it was not.
Yes.
But as we can see in Petrus's hand, he's got a friends on the other side. He is not hurting for draw. Meanwhile, Timothy is between a rock and a hard place here because do you play the Pete down, not ink anything, find some ink later on to be able to play the Headless Horseman, or do you just play the Pete here, or do you do the 2 fire the cannons? I mean, there's a plethora of options here.
I am tempted for the fire the cannons on the Diablo, or rather, because I mean, at the end of the day, that we know that the draw engine is it kind of, oh, he's going to go with a Pete. This feels terrible, and I think he's just saving up those the inkable Headless Horseman, saying if I can get to that turn, this is going to work. I just need 1 ink. I'll play the Pete. You can't do friends on the other side, but so much card draw is just built into the characters anyway. So now he just has to hope that it doesn't get worse. It just got a little worse.
Snowfort comes down, and what this card does, one of the cards from Winter Spell, all your characters get +1 strength.
Ich hatte Playset Terrible gegen mich, hat es gar nichts gemacht sofort.
Emerald and Amethyst is a lot of your characters have less than 2, have like 1, 2 strength. Now we're adding 1 to that mix, as well as on your opponent's turn. They all gain resist +1, so Timothy is going to have a hard time challenging these in. If Petrus is able to start questing out, I mean, there's not much that Timothy's going to be able to do.
Yeah, so I mean, the math is becoming very, very unfavorable to Timothy. He's staying calm and cool and collected, but we saw that Emerald Seal was working quite well.
Ist nicht so toll.
It's just working a little differently for Timothy here, but notably, I mean, the elephant in the room is we haven't seen the Diablo shift that was
Jetzt Strength of Raging Fire für 3 natürlich voll schlecht.
And also not being able to ink play cards pretty bad.
Macht nichts kaputt. Doch den Diablo. Aber Fire the Cannon sind jetzt unendlich S geworden. Er wollte sie ja nie ausspielen.
He actually is pretty good at it, but it's just, do you want to use it now? Do you want to save it? I think at this point he needs to start doing something. But I mean, Petrus doesn't have any lore. It's not so bad.
Petrus smartly threw down that snow fort and prioritized it over everything else because he was able to see the hand of Timothy and knows that there's 2 Fire the Cannons, typically a very good card that deals 2 damage, costs 1, but now both of those are only going to deal 1 damage apiece because of this snow fort. Katie, this game might be over before it's barely even begun. I mean, Timothy needs to find some kind of item removal, if he has it, to be able to get rid of this snow fort. Otherwise, we might be looking at an uphill battle here for Timothy to be able to beat Petrus. Petrus, meanwhile, will be drawing cards that whole time.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. I mean, we've talked about suboptimal, and this is very, very suboptimal. We're going to be able to get a bodyguard down, no bodies to guard. He's choosing to keep everything upright, saving them for more explosive plays later. The only thing he can hope for is to draw into some item removal. We saw Benja in the last match. There's options for item removal, but he has to get to it and then keep that tempo up. But the card draws are so good for Petrus. He draws 2 more cards on friends on the other side, able to sing it, so he still has 5 ink on board. It is going to be a harder and harder hill to climb.
And now this Elsa 5th Spirit will exert one of the characters, and she swings for 3 strength because of the snow fort. I mean, we take out the Pete, we take out one of the singers that could potentially get us back in the game, but even then, Timothy just inked the Strength of a Raging Fire. I mean, Petrus in just a commanding position here, getting the board
Timothy geht's echt schlecht.
and saying, you go ahead and find
Oh, Doc, der wird doch jetzt ausgespielt.
Doc might be a great
Ich glaube, du machst Doppel-Fire the Cannons auf die Elsa.
Solid doctor, please. And I think that is so true. I mean, at this point, he is going to go ahead and fire 2 little tiny cannons, half the firepower, but it's enough if you put 2 together.
Stimmt, wollte ich nicht noch einen Doc in mein Deck gemacht haben? Habe ich das am Ende gar nicht gemacht? Ich kann mich gar nicht dran erinnern, den hier ausgespielt zu haben. Ich glaube, den habe ich fett vergessen.
Strength of a Raging Fire, the grab. I mean, we are.
This is stabilizing. I feel like if I'm a doctor, I'm going, the prognosis is critical but stable.
True, but look at what Petrus has in hand. He's going to be able to use, we don't talk about Bruno, onto the Headless Horseman if he wants to hardcast it. I mean, just a few different options available here. Instead, he decides to ink it. Let's see what he plays. He plays the Peter Pan Shadow Finder as well as the Dumbo.
Wow.
9th Wonder of the Universe, and talk about draw. We are going to trade. We're going to trade the Dumbo. And Petrus says, I got enough draw in my deck. I don't need that Dumbo. I just want to take care of your board. And he says, you thought you had control of the board? Now I do. You only have one card in hand. So Timothy, you got to start answering me.
I love this play because Dumbo we talked about.
Ja, Timothy hat gerade irgendwie nichts, ne? Was hat er denn jetzt gezogen? Elinor? Er hat auf jeden Fall Diablo 1 auf der Hand, der nichts macht jetzt. Aber was ist die andere Karte?
It is the Eleanor. The
Oh.
renowned diplomat, so it was very smart of Petrus to get rid of the board, knowing that an Eleanor exists in the deck. I mean, that would have been brutal. That would have been a way that Timothy could have gotten back in this game, and now without the characters to exert in order to activate her ability, coordinated efforts, it's just looking bad.
I think he is, in the word of Aladdin, one step ahead here, one jump ahead, because he's able to just go ahead, manage what Timothy's up to while retaining value. Like, he had the double, he knew that was coming. He's able to retain his two characters because of the snow fort, and now he's just going wider, redeeming that pull the lever into wrong lever.
We're going to put the wrong lever at the bottom of, or the pull the lever at the bottom of the deck. Wrong lever will then trigger its ability and put Eleanor at the bottom of Timothy's deck. And now Timothy, who's
Das ist kein Trigger.
one of the biggest inhales of the game, as we put down 2 1-drops and pass. This is not what we need.
Ja, Timothy ist die halt ohne Ende. Fast schon 0%.
And that Snowford is proving why it is so good into this steel matchup.
It is, and why people, I mean, we talk about item removal coming in and out of the game. It came in for this snow fort because people were so tired of the math being just untenable. But we're going to go keep questing up. Now he is feeling free and clear because of that evasive on that Peter Pan, evasive on Dumbo. Timothy has no cards in hand. It is at the point where it's like, listen, Petrus, I don't know if you run discard, but if you do, you have nothing to take from me at this point. And he's going to keep the hits coming. You have so much in the Fifth Spirit. Take your choice. Probably, there we go. We're going to go with the Doc. Short work. Yeah, I thought
not
you'd go
the
for
Captain Hook, but I mean, you know, at this point,
Ja, Timothy ist vernichtet.
what could we? Yeah, what more could we ask for? I mean, Petrus has his reasons. I'm sure. I'm not thinking of something. As the Diablo Stone Servant comes down, Timothy takes a big exhale. This has not gone his way. Now, credit to both of these Illumineers, but Timothy on this game 3 has just not been drawing into the draw packages that he's needed to. It's a powerful deck that we just saw Dale win with. We were just talking about how powerful.
Everyone should bring this deck.
Oh, why would you ever not play it? Exactly.
But I do think this shows that how you build your deck can also really matter. I feel like Timothy's deck we've seen is just, we haven't seen any Ursula Deceivers of all. We haven't seen the Muses or Prince John. So it makes me think that Timothy's deck is just structurally different. And Petrus's deck just has more Amethyst draw power, and that has served him so well. Now, he does appear to be kind of stalling a little bit because, I mean, he's just like, what? Does it matter? Can I quest? Is there any value keeping these characters upright, or should I?
Da kann man einfach nichts machen. Er ist im Arsch halt ohne Ende. Es ist unfassbar. Er kann auch kaum glauben, dass er jetzt actually sieht, wie Emerald Amethyst gewinnt.
Right. I mean, a few turns ago, it might have been Eleanor if we didn't wrong lever that, but Petrus just drawing the cards that he needs at the right time here. And
exactly.
I mean, it's easy to when so many of your cards say draw a card.
Right.
When the Dumbo is in effect and you got 3 evasive characters out there, I mean, wow. I mean,
the puzzle comes together. It all gels. In the word of Kronk. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. And if I'm Petrus, I'm feeling good because
die
yes, he
Zigarre
could
rauchen.
draw another Eleanor. There's lots of things he could draw, but ultimately, he's not going to be drawing a lot. And Petrus is going to be drawing a lot. Now, that Diablo can shift. That's one thing I was thinking. I was like, oh, that Diablo, you didn't hit. He could shift and we could draw some cards, but I just don't think he's too worried. In this case, he goes ahead, finally gets rid of that Forceful Duelist, who can challenge for 3, but technically 2 with the Snow Fort. It's just bad math if you are Timothy. And there we go. He's back.
Card is so be it, and so be it indeed.
Was ist das?
The Diablo Devoted Herald is going to take the breaking records and making history.
Deine Charakter kriegen +1 Attack diese Runde und du kannst ein Item verbannen. Wow.
Etc.
Another Peter Pan Shadow Finder coming down.
Yeah.
Wie witzig.
It's look at Timothy. Timothy's face says it all, I think.
He's had to deploy a second row of glimmers here. He's had to say, all right, you're in the second row of my characters. You can go back here, Peter. But he had Rush, so he was able to go ahead and get active immediately upon play. Now, the other 2 cards were like, whoa, this is a crazy board. It's not that great. I mean, he's got Wrong Lever, he's got an Ursula and Snow Fort, but he's just got such a good lead right now where he's like, I can pretty much do anything. Now, this is Sometimes interesting, but this is Gogo a little bit of time.
Yeah, this is not the time or place you want to see Gogo Tamago, as Petrus is going to ready all his characters. I mean, he has 6 on board.
Yeah, yes, he's counting.
Yeah.
He did the thing I love where you're like, wait a minute, I have it, but there we go. Petrus goes ahead and takes down game 3 and shows that Amethyst drawing cards pretty important.
Congratulations.
Zeigen Sie uns jetzt noch ein Interview?
Once again to the interview area, because I can't wait to talk to our Illumineer Petrus on the Emerald Amethyst. How do you feel after that win?
Very good. Like, I was very nervous.
Oh, really? How have you been to many DLCs before?
Yes, I have. I was at Richmond and Milwaukee.
Wow, okay. Did you have any feature matches then?
No, Wax, this is my first time.
First time ever. Okay. So you got to be feeling great having it all recorded right here. You can watch it back. Is that playing into the emotions at all?
Kind of. It's more like my friends just like critiquing my work and be like, this is what you should have done. I'm like, okay. I never thought about it that way, but because you're just zoned and locked in and you don't think about other play lines, so.
Absolutely. And speaking of play lines, I mean, you're playing Emerald Amethyst. Talk me through some of the winning play lines, especially against this Emerald Steel deck, which I honestly did not see coming into this weekend, but we've seen a fair share of so far.
Well, I actually got this list from the DLC Dortmund winner.
Oh.
And so I play Amethyst Emerald all the time at home. And I've been playing since set 6. So I wasn't feeling it, but then something clicked when I saw the winner, and I was like, okay, this actually works.
Shout out Alessandro, our Dortmund winner. Is that the reason why you decided to bring it today?
Yes, exactly. Because I'm a green-purple player.
It's always fun, and it's like playing with our old friends, right, that are about to see the in the Infinity format offers us that.
Yeah, and my core deck is also Emerald Amethyst. So I'm bringing it back home.
Absolutely. We got to a game 3. I wasn't able to catch it. I was doing another interview. What was one of the big moments of game 3? Because game 1 and game 2 were so swingy, back and forth. How did game 3 go? Talk to me about any big moment.
The big moments is I knew what it was hand and in his hand for like most of the turns, and he was stuck with a lot of uninkables. So, and I had Snowfort, and he had no way to get around Snowfort to take it away.
Difficult card for Emerald Steel, especially to deal with. And Petrus, I don't want to take up any more of your time. This is your time to shout out anything, anybody that you would like. Take your moment.
Yeah, go Ottawa. I'm from Canada, so it's great to see a lot of other Canadians, and I have a friend here who's also from Kingston. His name's David, so he's also on Emerald Amethyst, so yeah. We're just Team Emerald Amethyst.
Let's go. Team Emerald Amethyst for the win. Thanks so much for your time. You have a good one. All right.